Hi, I'm Cassandra White, and this is my fourth journal entry for my class. And for this journal entry, we are covering Area 6 of the Health Education Specialist Practice Analysis, and which is the Serve as a Health Education Promotion Resource Person. So this section covers identifying resources, connecting them to your consumer or group, and then training others in finding resources, and then providing advice or consultation on those resources. And according to our assignment, it says that sections 6.2 and 6.3, which are the training and providing advice, are more advanced in the health education career. However, the first section of this area, obtaining and disseminating health-related information, or siphoning through resources, is something that all health educators do, which is extremely important. And going through these sub-competencies of 6.1, it says assess needs for health-related information, identify valid information resources, evaluate resource materials for accuracy, relevance, and timeliness, adapt information for consumer, and then convey health-related information to consumer. As I was reading these sub-competencies, I thought a lot about how you really have to be able to connect with the people or person that you are working with in this scenario, because you have to know a bit of their background to know what kind of resources will work for them. For instance, if you are working with someone that is more old-fashioned in their just have been more old-fashioned in their lives, or they're from a different time period, more advanced methods, although they might work well, might not be something that consumer would be interested in. And so I would like identifying resource informations for accuracy, relevance, and timeliness. I thought maybe, maybe something that is older is not necessarily a bad thing if it yielded good results at that time. Again, I understand that a lot of the times in research you want to look for the most up-to-date information that has yielded the best results to apply to health, because that has taken a lot of time for people to come up with that research and develop certain methods. But I truly feel like you have to connect with the type of person or people that you're working with. So the first one, assessing needs for health-related information. This is getting to know the person, saying, okay, we have these issues, whether it be obesity, whether it be some kind of disease, whether it be some kind of addiction, or so those kinds of struggles. And then understanding, okay, I need to find information for dealing with obesity as a teenager, or dealing with obesity as a mom, or dealing with obesity as a senior. And then the next subcompetency is identifying valid information resources. And this goes into where you're getting your info from. And I think this kind of ties into another one of the bullet points for the assignment. It says review various public health membership organizations that you can find online. And I did. I looked for a list, and at the top of this list, it was really nice. This is on careersinpublichealth.net. And at the very top, it says, if you are involved in public health or about to start your career in this field, you may need to access public health information quickly. There are many public health associations around the U.S. that can provide you with vast opportunities for networking, education credits, career advice, or more. And I was like, that is exactly what this is talking about. These resources that are organizations that are countrywide or nationwide or worldwide is exactly the type of place that you want to go and look for solid, valid research that is scholarly, that has been peer reviewed, that is just at the most current. or the most valuable, depending on the situation and depending on who you're working with, again. And looking down this list, the one that intrigued me the most was the American School Health Association, because I am very passionate about the idea of working with either children or young adults that are obese or are struggling with addictions to food or are very sedentary because of media and the convenience of just being able to sit in front of a screen. And I think that this would be a very good place to look for resources if I was working with groups of children or groups of teenagers or adolescents that are struggling with these things. This would be a really good place to go and find valid information. The next subcompetency, evaluate resources for accuracy, relevance, and timeliness. We kind of talked about that. Is it accurate for who I'm working with? Is it relevant for who I'm working with? And is the time that it comes from or the timeliness of the activity itself good? Does it suit my consumer or my group? Let's see. And if necessary, the next subcompetency says adapt information for consumer. So if from my training and my education, I find information that is good, but it doesn't quite suit my consumer's needs, altering it a little bit. Or if I find a good, solid method for them to improve their health, but it doesn't fit their schedule, or they just they feel like it's too much, adapting it a little bit so if they feel like it is achievable. I feel like that's really important. What you are presenting is information about how they can help themselves and providing methods in such a way that they feel like they can actually do that and improve their lives. And then the last one is conveying that health-related information to consumer, telling them about what you have found, telling them the methods that you have found that you have that were either just ready for that person or tweaking it a little bit so that they can use it. So, is there anything else in the journal? Oh, yeah. So, and I already said if I could obtain a free membership, it would definitely be that school health organization. So, what does it mean to serve as a resource person? So I feel that serving as a resource person is going out and doing the digging. It's understanding that you have that someone that you are working with has a problem, and going out and looking in every valid corner for information that will be useful to that person. And it is so paramount to go out, because there have been so many wonderful ideas on how to become healthier people, a healthier society. There are so many creative, ingenious ideas.